You're watching Section 8A Volleyball Tournament action on KROX TV. It's brought to you in part by Riverview Health, CHS Egg Services, Hugo's Family Marketplace, Rydell Cars, RJ's Averill & Sons, Grove Mechanical, Crookston Eye Clinic and Boston Eye Clinics, Northland Community and Technical College, Egg Country, Aluma, Christian Brothers Ford, and the University of Minnesota Crookston, bringing you Section 8A Volleyball Tournament action right here on KROX TV.
And it is time for the Riverview Health pregame show here on KROX. And man, oh man, do we have a match for you on this Friday night to wrap up all the tournament coverage that we've had here on KROX throughout the last couple of days. It all culminates on Gary Sensky Court at Lee Soccer Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Minnesota Crookston. It's the Section 8A Volleyball Championship for a chance to go to the state tournament. And it's between the Sacred Heart Eagles and the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. I'm Gabe Bishop here with you, and I'm honored to call every minute of action here with you tonight. So, first thing we'd like to mention is that both these teams needed to win in the semifinals to get here, as you heard on KROX and were able to watch on KROX TV on Tuesday night. And that was first one. It was Sacred Heart. They beat Fertile Beltrami 3-0. Then Ada-Borup-West beat Red Lake Falls 3-0. And now we're in a position where these two teams, both the number one seeds in their respective subsection, Ada-Borup-West out of the east, Sacred Heart out of the west, are here and matching up against one another. These two teams played early. The third match of the year for the Sacred Heart Eagles and the fourth match of the year for Ada-Borup-West on September 2nd, so almost 2 months exactly ago, 58 days ago to be exact. When these two teams played, Ada-Borup-West won in 4 sets, and they dropped the first one, and then were able to win 3 in a row and take care of the Sacred Heart Eagles in 4. But these are two very different teams. In fact, half the starting lineup out there today for Ada-Borup-West didn't even play in that match against Sacred Heart. And Sacred Heart, well, they didn't really find their groove until after that match, and they started getting into a much better spot. And so very cool to see. These teams have grown and developed and have gotten to this point, and now we're going to lay it all on the line for a trip to the state tournament. Ada-Borup-West last won this section tournament in 2018. That was their third out of 4 years. Foston won it in 2019. BGMR won it every year past COVID up until last year when Kitson County Central was the team to take it, but Red Lake Falls knocked out the defending section champions in the quarterfinals this year, but neither of them were the 1 seed. That was the Sacred Heart Eagles, and so they have made their presence felt, and it is fantastic to see. On the Riverview Health pregame show today, as the teams make their way out onto the court, you'll have a chance to hear from both head coaches. The head coach of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, Coach Jana Engel, and the head coach of the Sacred Heart Eagles, Coach Emily Venasic. We will take a look at our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update, keep you updated on some UMC events that are going on tonight, and then we'll take a look at our Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups. That will all be coming up here throughout the course of this Riverview Health pregame show. For now, we'll take our first break, and when we come back, we will hear from the head coach of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. They'll be coming up right after this. This is the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX.
What's a neighbor? It's more than just someone who lives next door. It's someone who cares, who looks out for you, and who's there when you need them. At Rydell, we believe in being a good neighbor. That means treating you with kindness, respect, and honesty every time you walk through our doors. And like a neighbor, we're here to lend a hand, offer advice, and make sure you're taken care of on and off the road. Because being a neighbor is about being there for each other. And at Rydell's, that's what we're all about. Real life, real relationships, real Rydell.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
United Valley Bank's initials are UVB, and that B is a verb that helps people just like you succeed. UVB amazing, with the support of our powerful financial tools, friendly bankers, and local decision makers. UVB adventurous. UVB the best version of you.
It's all about you, you, you. United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
And on the Riverview Health pregame show, Ada-Borup-West Cougars head coach Janet Engel is with us. Congratulations, you've made it to the section championship game where you're taking on Sacred Heart. This is going to be a lot of fun here at UMC on this Friday night. To get here, you took down Red Lake Falls, and man, the score was pretty dominant. There were some points that weren't dominant, but when you needed the points, you got them. What did you make of your team's overall performance?
You know, overall, I mean, it was an awesome performance. I think, you know, the first handful of points, like first 10 points each, you know, it kind of went back and forth, and you know, you could see the nerves a little bit. It's a playoff game at a neutral site, and big crowds, and so I mean it's only human to have some nerves. I think you have to be a little nervous, otherwise like you're not ready. So, and then once we got rolling, I thought our team executed our scouting report to a T, and had a lot of fun playing. And you know, that's kind of a big thing for us this year, was focusing on the fun and the excitement of when a teammate has a really good play. Everyone else is really excited, and the beauty of that is it's genuine. It's not faked or made up. They are truly happy for their teammates when a good play happens, and you could see it on Tuesday night. They were excited.
You know, good thing you mentioned the nerve thing. I was always instructed to, if you don't have any nerves in a playoff game, there's something wrong with you, because it's all about anticipation. It's not all bad nerves. There's good nerves to get out there and play. Do you think there's going to be more nerves tonight?
Yeah, you know, I think there'll be probably similar nerves. They know what's on the line, especially being senior-led. You know, they kind of know it's now or never, you know, because they're done when we lose. So they're done, and there might be some added pressure for them just because, you know, they want to make it to state. They haven't been there. They've been there as elementary students, getting to watch some of their people they looked up to, but themselves have not been there. So they're really chomping at the bit to get down there themselves and play.
Well, in order to do that, you got to take down Sacred Heart. They played, I think it was the fourth game of the year, something really early on that. Beat them in 4. That was the only time they lost all year. They've won 26 in a row coming up to this particular game. So how much has changed, do you think, from your team from that beginning season game? Because, of course, early season, you're still finding things out.
Right, yeah. I mean, for one, different lineup for us. 2, just watching some of that film earlier this week, seeing a couple of our newer players that haven't had a lot of experience, watching them play in that match to how they play now, or just how they played on Tuesday night, is night and day. Where I kind of joked about how many most improved awards can I give out, because there's just so much improvement from the beginning of the year to now, and you know, that goes for Sacred Heart as well. Lots of improvements we've seen since that match, and yeah, I think I think our girls are ready, and yeah, it's just a different game though, especially for us with a different lineup. But we'll see how that takes us.
Let's talk keys to the game then. What do you think you really need to do well against this kind of Sacred Heart team if you want to make it to state?
I think we need to just contain their outsides. They're going to have their kills. But if we can just kind of contain them, And, we're kind of mirror images of each other. We have two really good outsides as well. So I think it'll be the little things that those girls don't do, because I think they'll kind of cancel each other out, and it's who can pass and serve the best is, I think, who will come out on top.
And then in terms of what you're going to say to the girls right before they head onto the court for set one, what kind of things would that message entail?
It's going to be nothing is left undone. Play your hearts out, have fun, and enjoy the moment.
Leave it all out on the floor kind of thing, right?
Definitely.
Well, this is going to be a blast, Coach. I'm really excited to see what happens. I appreciate your time and good luck.
All right, thank you.
And that was the head coach of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, Coach Jana Engel, here with us on the Riverview Health pregame show. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll hear from the head coach of the Sacred Heart Eagles, Coach Emily Venasic, and that'll be coming up right after this. This is the Riverview Health pregame show on KROX.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you, to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota, ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
And on the River Health pregame show, Sacred Heart Eagles head coach Emily Venasic is with us. First of all, congratulations on making it back here for the section championship. This is a pretty big deal, and you're taking on the 1 seed in the East subsection while you were the 1 seed in the West subsection. So on paper, these are the two best teams in the section taking the court together. Of course, you did way early in the year, like third or fourth game of the season, and that's the only loss on your record. What, if any, of that match went into planning for this one?
Nothing. We're two very different teams, beginning a season to end, which we both should be, right? I mean, that's your goal, is always to peak at the end and get better throughout the season. And I feel like we've done that. They've done that. Other than probably just personnel, athletes that are still playing. We didn't really take that into account too much for this.
Yeah, when these teams have had pretty different schedules throughout the course of the year, but I think I've heard you mention a couple times before when we've talked playoffs and things like that, that when it gets to a certain point in the year, what your record is doesn't really matter.
No, we never put weight on our record. It's not something we talk about. Very few of us even know what it is. I mean, it's just not something that matters too much. I mean, what matters is the way you play when you go on the court that day and what that looks like and who you're going to face. And we take, we take it point by point, and we don't look at the season as a whole and, put a lot of pressure on we only had one loss. Like, that's just not something we really talk about.
In the Fort Training match that got you to this point, both Lexi and Lydia had double-digit kills. Finley Horkin was on the roll with the assist, and it seemed like you were playing your game pretty well against a pretty high-level team. What are some things you liked out of that, and what are some things that you either think or know need to be better?
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of a slow start that night. We were nervous, and it showed. Our passing was off, and I think that's a big part of our offense. So we have to be able to pass so we can get the ball to our hitters, and when that doesn't go well, then nothing else does either, So I think the girls kind of figured it out. They focused, they shook off their nerves, and they were ready to play through, and that's why it ended the way it did.
Kind of rolling into this match, you started answering my next question. I don't know what term of endearment to give to someone who cares about passing while we're communicating as much as you do. I know it's very, very important to every coach, but I never hear any coach talk about it as important as you. When you're playing a heavy-hitting team like Ada, does it just get exemplified as to how much more important that passing becomes?
I mean, I feel like I just kind of beat a dead horse here, right? I just say pass. No, but I mean, of course you have to work on other aspects of the game, and we do. Blocking is going to be important tonight, but it all comes back to that. You can't play if you can't pass, and that's always been my motto, and something we've focus on. So
believe me, I agree with you full force, and so it's just fun to point out.
Yeah.
So kind of leads to my next point. Against this hard-hitting team who kind of do what you do with the two big hitters on outside kind of style. You mentioned blocking. What other keys do you think are going to be really important?
I think we're going to have to stay low on defense, not get down if we miss a ball. I mean, both teams are going to get kills tonight, and that's going to happen. So you're not going to shut down someone completely that's as good of players as we both have on our teams. So we need to realize that is going to happen, and just move forward. How can we fix? Can we fix it? Do we just have to chalk it up to that was a great swing? Those kind of things, and just staying focused, being able to come back, play our game, and do the best job we can.
Last thing will be message to the girls. They're about ready to head out onto the court for set one. What kinds of things will be involved in that huddle?
Yeah, I think focus is a big thing. Passing is a big thing. Making sure we're here and we're ready to play, and kind of leave it all out there mentality tonight, and just what we know. It's what we know. We know how to play this game. We can do it. It's just another game, right? It's a big game, but ultimately they have to play like they've been playing for 30 games, and that's what we've done. So they just have to continue playing the game they know how and the game they love, and things will go fine.
The court's the same, the lines are the same, all the rules are the same, so it really shouldn't be different, right? But you've got a fantastic supporting crowd behind you, and everybody will say players feel it when the crowd's behind you. And are you looking forward to feeling that again?
Yeah, they do say that, and they feel it, and we've had a great following, and we're very lucky and blessed to have our fan base come from East Grand Forks to support us, especially on Halloween. I just know so many are coming out tonight, and we're grateful for that, and I think the girls feel that too, obviously, on the court. So.
Well, I'm really excited to see what happens today, Coach. I very much appreciate your time. And as always, we'll talk some post-game comments as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
And that was the head coach of the Sacred Heart Eagles, Coach Emily Venasic, here with us on the Riverview Health pregame show. And I'll tell you what, she mentioned the fans that were coming in. There was a line outside the door to get into Lee Soccer Gymnasium at 6:15. So people have been piling in as the teams are still wrapping up their warm-up drills, and we're just about ready to get this one underway as we're at 5 minutes or so left in the warm-ups before the announcements, the national anthem, and everything leading up to the first serve of the Section 8A Championship. We will take another break, and when we come back, we will take a look at our Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups, and that'll be coming up right after this on KROX.
For over 45 years, Grove Mechanical has been the trusted choice for heating and cooling solutions in Crookston and the surrounding communities. From furnace repairs to air conditioning installations, we're committed to keeping your home comfortable year-round. We're proud to support this community and all its athletes. Best of luck to the Crookston Pirates this season. Grove Mechanical is behind you all the way.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
I don't think that everybody wants to lead necessarily, but everybody wants to be a part of a team, and I think we provide that. Blaine Venasic, I've been at Zavros for, this is my 23rd season. My dad is an extremely hard worker. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to work, honest work, and provide for my family like he does, and just live a comfortable life. And I found that here at RJ Zavro & Sons. It feels great.
Back here at Lee Soccer Gymnasium. Let's take a look now at our Napa Crookston Welding and Machine starting lineups. They have what you need, and they'll make sure your battery will start the first time every time. So buy a Legend battery from Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. They handle all your Legend battery needs for your cars, trucks, recreational vehicles, snowmobiles, ATVs, you name it, they've got it over at Napa Crookston Welding and Machine. First for Ada-Borup-West, they're a team that if they don't substitute, that means they're probably doing what they want to do, and they're going to do it correctly. And so let's take a look at what they have out here. In the back row will be the libero, Avery Johnson, and then you've also got Leighton Oden, the juniors and senior respectively, manning the back row. You'll also see a bit of rotation with Macy Thornton, the junior back there, who's also will play up in the middle. She'll rotate with Audrina Egan in the middle, the senior, and then the two outside hitters who are also the pro-dominant setters for this team, seniors Morgan Engel and Milena Severson. Milena Severson, 6'5", out there on the floor. Egan's 6 foot. Engel is 6'1". And so this team has got a lot of height, and they will look to capitalize on that in this match. For Sacred Heart, who were cheering as if they got first serve when they had the coin toss, and so I'm going to we're going to aim and see if that's the right way to go about it by running through their lineups here, assuming they did get served. Izzy Swickla will be the libero. She'll be there on the back row, joined by their main setter, Finley Horkin. Might be the shortest player on the court, but she's one of the fastest players on the court, and she'll be running around and making things happen on the floor for the Eagles. Adley Vignes will be getting the start in the middle, one of the best blockers in the section, and she does get her fair share of offensive whacks as well. If they are serving, then it will be Stella Risky who will be starting up and will be getting the start on the front row. If they're receiving is Claire Adolfson. And then on the outside, you have their two best outside hitters, the juniors, Lydia Risky and Lexi Lawrence. It's going to be a heavyweight fight with these two teams with two very dominant offensive swingers and an opportunity to get to the state tournament. This might be a point-for-point kind of match. It'd be pretty impressive to see somebody get on a run with the way these two teams are orchestrated. On our Draft Sports Bar in Grill scoreboard update, we can also mention to you a few other things to note as we wind things down a bit. One thing we'll let you know about is that the UMC volleyball team, they just wrapped up. They fell in 3 sets to Augustana, 3 sets to none in that match. And then we can also make a check real quick on UMC soccer, who are playing today as well. They were out taking on Minot State. As the teams are being introduced, and we're getting ready to roll here in this contest. So it makes things work out just a little bit better, and we're gonna have some more fun here for this game to go. And we'll mention that score has not come in quite yet. So whoever wins this match will be taking the trip to the state tournament for an opportunity to play for a Class A state championship. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll come back with the opening serve. That'll be coming up right after this.
Meralt's Home Furnishings in Fosston is your appliance, furniture, electronic, and flooring expert. They're proud to have served Fosston and the surrounding area for over 50 years. They're committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, FlexSteel, Spring Air, and Congolium for kitchen and laundry appliances, bedroom and living room furniture, flooring, and mattresses. Come in and experience personalized one-on-one service by their exceptional sales staff and meet new owners Mike and Michelle Kerfman. Create your perfect home at your one-stop shop where they sell the best Meralt's Home Furnishings in downtown Fosston. Nord's Pharmacy and Gifts in Fosston has a little bit of everything, and they provide great hometown service. You can have your prescriptions filled and delivered to your home or go through the drive-through window for quick pickups. Nord's Pharmacy and Gifts also has a very nice selection of gift items for any occasion, including a variety of home decor, toys, kitchen items, personal care products, and a nice assortment of apparel. Stop in and see all the great merchandise they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7:30, Saturday 8:30 to 3, and closed on Sundays. Nord's Pharmacy and Gifts in downtown Fosston. Stop by Lapeer Oil Company East and West in Fosston and fill your vehicle up. They carry Marathon gasoline and diesel. Feeling a little hungry? Check out their specials and their deli. Monday and Friday, they offer daily soups. Tuesday and Thursday specials is tacos. On Wednesday, stop in at Lapeer Oil Company and enjoy a fantastic pizza buffet. Check Lapeer Oil Company's Facebook page to get updates and all their specials. Headed to the lake to go fishing? They carry a nice selection of bait as well. Lapeer Oil Company East and West in Fosston would like to wish area teams best of luck.
United Valley Bank's initials are UVB, and that B is a verb that helps people just like you succeed. UVB amazing, with the support of our powerful financial tools, friendly bankers, and local decision makers. UVB adventurous. UVB the best version of you.
It's all about you. United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
And we welcome you back here to Lee Soccer Gymnasium. Gary Sensky Court on the campus of the University of Minnesota Crookston, and we are just about ready to get this match underway between the Ada-Borup-West Cougars and the Sacred Heart Eagles for a chance to represent the Section 8 in the Class A State Volleyball Tournament. If you win, you're playing on Thursday down in the new Grand Casino Arena. Almost called it XL Energy Center's Grand Casino Arena, which is where you're playing now. And so that'll be that is the prize. The prize is to make a 4-hour-plus road trip. It'll be so worth it for either one of these schools. Starting lineups are just being announced by public address announcer James Pagachnik. Also the Hawkscart Day Committee chair here in Crookston. One last year of that. It'll be his final year leading that this upcoming year in 2026. Lots of fantastic crowd support, lots of great costumes here as well. Of course, it is Halloween, and so I've got a SpongeBob and a Mario in front of me. I was waved to by Elsa from Frozen and a couple of other cool costumes that have come out my way. So love to see that. The fans have come out in costume as well. I had one, but it gets hot in here. That would have been an unwise decision to go out that route. There, we had a couple of, even had some little kids come up and drop some candy off up here at the where we're standing up this way, which is very nice of them.
I don't want to brag here, but Destry Sturkle just offered me he has a grocery bag full of candy. I go, is that your haul from trick-or-treating tonight? He said, no, that's in the truck.
He doesn't want to bring that in. That's might be too big, too heavy for him to carry.
I'm going to go find his truck.
Raid the candy aisle. That's what you want to do if you are driving in the Crookston neighborhood on the way here, if you're still planning on making your way out this way, there's a lot of pedestrian traffic, and so with kids walking, trick-or-treating, so just be careful, especially if you're in any neighborhoods, whether it be Golf Terrace, what have you. It can be pretty hectic out there. We are just about ready to get this match underway.
And if you're driving, make sure you don't celebrate too much and keep your eyes on the road. If there's a big point coming up, which we guarantee there will be many times throughout the night tonight.
That's, as mentioned, a guarantee. Sacred Heart will be on the left side of your radio dial, hitting left to right if you're listening. You can also watch on KROX TV if you weren't aware of that yet. In their black jerseys, script Eagles across the front and gold numbers. The libero, Izzy Swickla, is in white. Ada-Borup-West are in their red jerseys, white numbers, and Cougars on the back, and you've got those little black and white stripes on the sleeves. Libero Avery Johnson is in white. It's the Section 8A Championship at 7 o'clock on Halloween night here at UMC. Ada-Borup-West gets the opening serve, and Leighton Odin will be the one to take it. Someone's going to the Twin Cities. Let's find out who. Opening serve on the way. Received by Swickla. Heading near the net. Horkin will set up Lydia Risky. And that's dug out cleanly by Macy Thornton. Dumped by Engel. Played by Risky. Horkin. And the middle, Bryn Stevens. And that's dug out on the back line by Odin. And from the other way, it's Severson. Hits the top of the net and got a lucky break. Did not hit that cleanly, but it still works for a kill for the girl who had 21 of them in the section semifinal. 1-0 our score. Service on the way from Odin to the back line. Swickla gets it up for Horkin. Cross court, Risky. That's good. And we're going to see this back and forth over and over again with these two heavy hitting teams. I would not expect very many long rallies tonight. And both teams like to move very fast, as does Finley Horkin, who will fire at 1-1. Played by Johnson. That's going over the net. And sent straight back down. Bryn Stevens delivers that one, and Sacred Heart has a 2-1 advantage. Ada-Borup-West 1-4 the first time these two teams played 58 days ago. Serve from Horkin, played by Odin. Severson will try and set up Engel, and that's good. I'd wager the kill tally for both sides is going to be monumental.
What a crowd by the Sacred Heart faithful.
They have shown up in spades. It's been fantastic. Here comes Severson to fire a serve. Swickla perfectly set up to Horkin. Up to Risky. Got it to go. Lydia Risky delivers. 3-2. And Coach Venasic did mention as well, she knew that the Sacred Heart fans, they were going to show up in spades, and that's exactly what they've done. 3-2 Eagles. Set one. Service from Risky. Played right to Macy Thornton. Engel up to Severson. Sent back. Kept alive by Johnson, but no one's able to get there. Stella Risky, the freshman, gets a hand on that, and a block on Severson is a crucial piece for Sacred Heart to win this match. 4-2. Here's Risky to serve. And that serve receive is going wide. Onan couldn't play it. And Sacred Heart's got the upper hand early. It's 5-2. Here comes Risky again. Fires away. This one played by Odin again. Tracked down by Engel. Severson from the back line. Teardrop on the line. That was beautiful. And that's how talented she is. She could pick her spots from anywhere on the court. Gets a big point back for the Cougars. It's now 5-3.
I was just going to say that's where you want her to be able to attack from, but it doesn't matter.
You don't want her up near the net. She couldn't get really into that one, but so can Lawrence on that one. Steps in and delivers her first kill of the night. 6-3. So now the libero for the Eagles. Up 3. Izzy Swickla will fire away. And another serve receive error. Johnson, though, keeps it alive. Free ball's not going to get there. Good effort by Odin to try and track it down, but the serve receive is where it all went haywire. And it's a 7-3 Sacred Heart advantage to start set one. Swickla up and ready again. Fires away. This one played by Johnson. Engel keeps it alive. Again, that gets tipped, and they got a pinball to Horkin. Still finds Lawrence, dug out by Severson, goes over the net. Stepping in, lining up Lawrence, part two, rejected that time by Engel. Lining up Vignes, barely gets over the net. And now Engel will set up Severson, just pushes it down, dug out by Swickla. Horkin, Lawrence! 8-3, Sacred Heart, and a timeout called by Ada-Borup-West. The Sacred Heart faithful, very loud as we roll to our first timeout of the match. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back right after this on KROX.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Welcome back here to Lee Soccer Gymnasium. 8 of the first 11 points have been scored by the Eagles. They have an 8-3 lead here in set one. Good to get off to a great start. Now can they maintain it? That's the next question.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better start if you're Sacred Heart and a Sacred Heart fan.
One of the many here. This serve way up near the rafters is how it was received by Odin. Severson can still step into one and got it to go. Swickla thought it was going to go out of bounds. But the thing with Severson, when you're so high up and have such long arms, the risk of it hitting out of bounds is a lot less because she can get more of a top-down angle on it. Gets her third kill. It's 8-4 now. Service on the way. Low. Dug out by Risky. Horkin trying to find Lawrence again. And she got the line. And if Lexi Lawrence is swinging like that, Ada-Borup-West has got to be careful. First substitution of the night. Claire Adolfson will check in.
Lexi Lawrence has really picked up her game. Well, it's hard to do when you're at that level that she is. But, boy, she has come out and she is swinging ferociously.
It's what you want to see in this level of match. Engel going to set up Severson, try to go to the middle. Swickla digs that one out. Horkin back to Lawrence, it'll tap, it gets deflected, and that might have thrown everything offline as Engel had to dive a different direction, and it's 10-4 Eagles. And having a lot of quick points, 14 points in 7 minutes. This serve, we dug out by Severson. Engel right back to her. Oh, what a dig by Lydia Risky, tracked down by Horkin. Lawrence will just whack it back over to the back line and Thornton. Engel, Severson again, finding the middle again. Adolfson right back to Lawrence, and it hits off the shoulder of Avery Johnson on a ball that might have gone out of bounds if she let it go. It's 11-4. Ada-Borup-West is all out of sorts right now. They haven't gotten a single set where they want it to be.
3 straight kills from Lexi Lawrence as well.
Here comes Adolfson on the way. Played by Thornton, trying to find Severson, and just goes right into the blocker. Goes over, but right back to her. And that's an easy one there for Severson. And something that Ada-Borup-West definitely needs. It's 11-5 Eagles in set one, in case you're just joining us. Severson now ready to serve. On the way, played by Risky, right to Horkin. Lawrence got it again. (12-5) Eagles. Lawrence already with 6 on the match. Here she is now serving. It's played by Johnson, and they're going to set up Engel, and just missed it. First real error when it comes to swinging for Ada-Borup-West. They're down 13-5 here in set one. On the way, little floaters played by Thornton. Severson in the middle. Taylor Stunis, haven't called her name today, dug out by Adolfson. They're going to line up Risky, played by Avery Johnson. Up Thornton, and finding the swinging Engel. It gets played in the middle by Lawrence. Here's a dump by Horkin, right back to Engel to the corner, and missed it wide. Trying to send it over in 2. Didn't work, and Coach Engel has to use her second timeout of the set. It's all Eagles to start this match. 14-5 in set one, and we're back in 30 seconds on KROX.
For over 45 years, Grove Mechanical has been the trusted choice for heating and cooling solutions in Crookston and the surrounding communities. From furnace repairs to air conditioning installations, we're committed to keeping your home comfortable year-round. We're proud to support this community and all its athletes. Best of luck to the Crookston Pirates this season. Grove Mechanical is behind you all the way.
(14-5). The Sacred Heart Eagles are in control of set one right now. The passing has been phenomenal to start. Great digs, and the Sacred Heart faithful are just now sitting down after that timeout. I would expect them to be standing a lot more if this continues the way it's going. Served by Lexi Lawrence, played by Engel. Severson, back to Engel. Oh, they ran into that one and delivered it through the middle. They have 6 points, 4 kills to Severson, 2 for Engel. Those are the two players that are going to be doing the vast majority of Cougar scoring. Here's Avery Johnson, the libero, to serve. Lets it go, played by Swicklow. A little low, but Horkin plays it beautifully up to Risky, and it got deflected, but nobody saw it. It went way up in the air and just landed harmlessly to the ground. And those are the plays that if Ada-Borup-West wants to get back and not let this match get away from them quickly, they're going to have to make. Here's Caleb Benson, senior, coming in for the Eagles to serve at 15-6. Low and nice receive there by Thornton. Up to Engel again, and it hits Risky near the neck and bounces toward the scorer's table. Another kill for Engel. Both coaches admitted in the pregame show that both teams are going to get their kills. It's just a matter of when you have the opportunity to stop one, can you? Here's a serve by Leighton Odin. Lawrence has to get this one up. Horkin in the middle. Stevens, that's dug up near the rafters, bounces back. Good job by Engel to track it down. Free ball by Avery Johnson. Adolphson up in the air. Horkin runs it down. Looks to set up Brisky. Little tap. Played beautifully. And then a slam down in two. And can they get it over? Yes, they can. Right up to Engel. And she delivers it for the Cougars. And it's now 15-8. And quickly, Ada-Borup-West moving with another serve, played by Lawrence, perfectly up to Horkin. Risky lets it go, and that's deflected and down. Point Sacred Heart, 16-8. Risky adds another to her tally.
I didn't think I'd say this tonight, but Ada-Borup-West has no answer to Lawrence or Risky. They're just getting up there, and they're hammering it.
Here's a serve to Odin, line up in the middle. Engel, that's good. The thankful thing, if you're Ada-Borup-West, is that this isn't happening in set 5 or 4 when you're down any sets. This is set 1, and you still have time, but Sacred Heart has a lot of momentum right now. Served by Engel. Beauty had to be played by Horkin. Lawrence, a back set to Risky, and a free ball. This one up to Engel in the middle. Severson, it's good. And that's kind of what happens when Sacred Heart doesn't have Horkin being the one to assist or try to assist or set the ball up. That's where they feed every pass they can, and when it doesn't work that way, they get a little out of sorts. It's 16-10. Sacred Heart with the lead in set 1. Service on the way from Engel. It's played by Swickla. Horkin back, gonna set up Stevens in the middle, and that's tipped and down. Bruins, Stevens lets that one go, and Sacred Heart's not letting Ada-Borup-West make any sort of run at the moment. 17-10 the score. On the way from Risky. That's played by Odin. Engel looking to find Severson. Oh my goodness! That was obliterated. An absolute bullet to the back line at 17-11.
Played the women and the children on that one. Holy smokes.
That is an insane arm she's got.
6'5", can jump, and is a very smart volleyball player. That's a pretty good combo.
Yeah, you gotta love watching that. But so is Lawrence, but she gets blocked! And what? They're going to say it didn't land in bounds, said the line judge. And that's going to be a Sacred Heart point. That was close.
Lawrence attacked it probably even with the line, so when it came deflected off, it was out of bounds.
Well, all right, that's good for the Eagles. They're going to line up Severson again. And, yeah, that's what happens. And Coach Venasic was very clear in saying this is going to happen. Severson's going to get these points, and a lot of times there's not much we can do about it. But they have the edge right now. It's 18-12. Service on the way for Macy Thornton. It's played by Risky. Horkin, Lawrence, sent back, and that time it was inbounds, and then it hit Lawrence. And that time it was Morgan Engel who got up for the block. And Ada-Borup-West slowly starting to come back. They're now down by 5. They were down by as much as 9. They're on an 8-4 spurt right now. Serve coming, and there's a first serve receive mistake for Sacred Heart. And Coach Venasic immediately knows that this is an opportunity that they need to call a timeout. Ace for Macy Thornton. Ada-Borup-West is starting to figure things out, but they still trail by 4 in set 1, 18-14, and are back in 30 seconds on KROX.
I don't think that everybody wants to lead necessarily, but everybody wants to be a part of a team, and I think we provide that. Blaine Venasic, I've been at Zavrals for, this is my 23rd season. My dad is an extremely hard worker. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to work, honest work, and provide for my family like he does, and just live a comfortable life. And I found that here at RJ Zavril & Sons. It feels great.
So welcome you back here to Lee Soccer Gymnasium. That 9-point Sacred Heart lead is now down to 4, 18-14. Sacred Heart still leading set 1. They've looked really good, but this is the best that Ada-Borup-West has looked in this first set. And if you're Sacred Heart, in a match like this, I don't think you can afford to blow a set if you have a lead as big as they have, especially for your mental game. But let's see if they can hold on. Macy Thornton to serve for the Cougars. This one played by Lawrence. Horkin runs it down, right back to Lawrence, but missed it wide. It was a bit of a late call by the line judge, but that's the first real miss by Sacred Heart tonight, and all of a sudden it's a 3-point lead. 10-4 run for Ada-Borup-West. Macy Thornton now ready to serve on the way. Right to Lawrence again. Horkin in the middle, and that tap is short by Vignes, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point set. 18-16. And Coach Engel, who normally is just in her chair the entire time, has been up and a lot more vocal. As served by Thornton, that might have gone wide. It was still played by Lawrence. It's got to be a free ball by Vignes. Gets it over, played by Thornton. Engel up to Severson, tipped, and nice job by Risky to get there. Lining up Lawrence, sent back. Lawrence keeps it alive. Played up by Vignes, pushed right to Horkin. Engel is there. And Stunis, Severson again, top down, played by Swickla, but no one's there. It falls to the ground. It's a 1-point set. And 18-17. And the Cougars will look to serve to tie it. On the ready is Macy Thornton. Fires away. Low bullet. Lawrence is there. Right to Horkin. Back to Lawrence. Into the net. We're tied at 18. It's a 14-4 run for Ada-Borup-West. After being down 13-4 run, excuse me. 18 apiece. Service by Thornton. Right to Risky. Horkin. Risky from the back line. That's played by Thornton. Dump on the way from Engel. All the way to the back corner. Played by Horkin. Lawrence will just whack it over. Dug out. Diving is Thornton. And a little back set. Severson just tries to go over shoulder. Played by Vignes. Horkin runs it down. Lawrence taps with the left hand. That's why it's off the flagpole. And Ada-Borup-West has the lead in set 1. It's 19-18, and now it's a 14-4 run. Wow, has this kind of flipped on its head? Here comes Thornton. Another serve. Low serve receive. Horkin runs it down. Up to Lawrence. Rejected! And Severson gets a block. What is happening right now? It's 20-18, a multi-point lead for Ada-Borup-West. It's a 9-0 run. And they're going to line up the other direction. Stella Risky gets a swing. They're going to set up Severson. It gets tipped, played up by Risky. Now looking to set up Lawrence. Dug out by Odin. Up to Severson again, and through the hands of Finley Horkin. A 10-0 run and a timeout called by Sacred Heart. And the Ada-Borup-West faithful have their chance to cheer. 21-18. Wow, did this set flip immediately. We will take a 30-second break, and we'll be back on KROX.
You
deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota, ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
Welcome back to Lee Soccer Gymnasium. If you're a Sacred Heart fan and it was heard it was a 14-5 lead in set one, and then you went to go grab a drink or you parked your car if you were driving and you're back, well, I got to let you know it's 21-18 Ada-Borup-West. They're on a 16-4 run, 10 points in a row, and they're looking to turn things around and take set one. Serve on the way from Thornton, played by Lawrence. Horkin, right back to Lawrence, had to hesitate, but still found a good spot, and that's huge, huge for Sacred Heart. It's now 21-19. Both coaches are out of timeouts, and so this is going to be all on the court here. Claire Adolphson will serve for the Eagles. It's played by Severson that might go over the net. It was, oh, what a tip. It goes right back over. Got to keep this one alive. Johnson. Severson will get a swing on it and puts it away. 22-19, Ada-Borup-West. Severson will now serve. That's it go, played by Swickla. Horkin, Lawrence, fade, played up by Severson. Johnson will find Engel and miss that one way long. 22-20. And Lexi Lawrence will now be the one to serve. Ada-Borup-West leading set one. Stormed back to take it after being down by 9. Served by Lawrence is wide to the left. 23-20. Here's Avery Johnson. The libero for the Cougars will serve to the libero of the Eagles, Swickla. They're going to set up risky. Gets tipped at the net. Played by Thornton. Severson up to Engel. Dug out by Lydia Risky. Horkin up to Vignes. Pushed to the corner, and that's played by Thornton. Severson back to Engel again. Rejected. And the shorter in stature Finley Horkin gets up and makes a block. 23-21, Kayla Benson will now check in to serve. Who is going to take this first set? On the way from Benson, played by Odin. Someone's got to get there. Engel does, free ball coming. Severson on the way. Benson is right there. Horkin, risky, played up by Engel. They got to get it over, they do. Barely, Lawrence up near the net. Horkin, the dump, it's rejected. It's still alive, though. Free ball on the way, it's played by Thornton. Severson will line up in the middle. Audrina Egan, first time we've called her name, dug out by Benson. Up to Risky, and off the hands of Thornton and down. 23-22. Sacred Heart now serving to tie this set up. Benson. Oh, a serve receiver and an ace. We're tied at 23. First ace of the night for Sacred Heart. Benson to serve. Both fans very loud and wide. Oh, the serve just missed. And it's set point for Ada-Borup-West at 24-23. Vignes will come back in and then be taken out for the libero, Swickla. Ada-Borup-West fans standing up there in front of me. So we're on the south side of the gym. Service to Lawrence. Horkin's got it. Risky into the net, and somehow Ada-Borup-West has taken set one. 25-23. They end it on a 20-9 run, and they steal set one from the Eagles. What a first set that is, and so far this match is as advertised. 25-23, Ada-Borup-West takes set one. We will take a break, and we'll be back with set number two right after this on KROX.
What's a neighbor? It's more than just someone who lives next door. It's someone who cares, who looks out for you, and who's there when you need them. At Rydell, we believe in being a good neighbor. That means treating you with kindness, respect, and honesty every time you walk through our doors. And like a neighbor, we're here to lend a hand, offer advice, and make sure you're taken care of on and off the road. Because being a neighbor is about being there for each other. And at Rydell's, that's what we're all about. Real life, real relationships, real Rydell.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at gohugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
This is my farm.
Don't come out here and tell me what I need.
I need solutions that work and market options that are worth my time.
Small town support that sees the bigger picture.
A global network that empowers us. A co-op that's there for us every day.
Set one done, set two about to get underway. 25-23, Ada-Borup-West comes back down 14-5 in that set, and they take it 25-23. How will the Eagles respond will be the question here in set two. Gabe Bishop here with you, Blake Fee on the camera, Chris Fee down courtside. It is a fantastic atmosphere here in Lee Soccer Gymnasium. If the first set continues for the rest of the match, we're going to have an all-time classic here in this one. For the chance to play in the state tournament, last time Ada-Borup-West had won a section championship was 2018. Don't remember I didn't need to find my note when the last time, if there was a last time, Sacred Heart had won one. The Eagles will get the serve to start the second set. And of course, in that first set, Coach Engel for Ada-Borup-West did not make a substitution. That is just how they play. Eagles will serve first, and Finley Horkin will be the one to take it. Set two, here we go. Serve played by Odin. Tracked down by Severson. Up to Engel. Push to the corner. Lawrence is there. Horkin whacks it alive, and a free ball by Bryn Stevens. And this one will be set up in the middle. Audrina Egan. And the first time we've called her name tonight, she gets a kill and scores first for the Cougars. And if Ada-Borup-West gets a third name involved besides Engel and Severson, oh boy. Service on the way. Jump serve by Engel. It's low. Played by Risky. Horkin will line up Risky again and gets blocked. In the middle there, Egan again. And a quick 2-0 lead for the Cougars. Ready to go now is Engel. Sets and fires. No spin on that. Good job by Risky. Horkin up. Risky again. Tries to find a spot. Avery Johnson's right there. Lining up Severson. That was behind her, and she somehow put so much power on it down the line to get that kill. Her 10th of the match, and it's 3-0. That was impressive. Man, she is fun to watch. Even as a Sacred Heart supporter, she is fun to watch. Service on the way from Engel. Low serve received by Risky. Free ball coming. And played to the back line by Odin. Engel. Severson again. Top down and good. And after the middle of that first set, Ada-Borup-West has found their groove right now. And they've taken the first 4 points in the second set after stealing the first one. And now Sacred Heart needs to come up with answers. Here comes Engel. Lets it go. Right to Swickla. Horkin, look out, and runs into the ladder of the chair umpire on that serve receive error. It's not an ace. Horkin hit that. And a quick timeout called by Coach Venasic. Oh, man, Ada-Borup-West is rolling at the moment. It's 5-0. Sacred Heart needs to find some answers, and quickly. We'll take a 30-second break on KROX.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
Since it was 14-5, Ada-Borup-West has outscored Sacred Heart 25-9. They took set 1 and are up 5-0 here in set 2. Everything's clicking for the Cougars. Coach Venasic took her first time out, 5 points into the second set. What answers can they provide? Engel will serve it. Played by Lawrence. Horkin looking to set up risky. Gets blocked. It's still alive. Got to get it over. Horkin does. And Engel back set. Severson fires. Dug out by Finley Horkin. Well, they got to get it over by Risky and hits it into the net. They've moved Finley Horkin off the setting for that specific point. Just trying something different. But it's now 6-0 Ada-Borup-West. Engel ready to go. On the way. Serve received by Lawrence. Horkin keeps it up, and Stevens gets blocked, and it hits the line! Oh, that was close, but it did hit the line, according to the line judge. Second block of the set for Audrina Egan. Oh, what is happening? It's 7-0, and the Ada fans are standing in front of me. 7-0 lead. Engel to serve again. Lawrence got it up. Nobody runs it down. It's still alive. Is it going to get over the net? No. And it's 8-0. I can't believe how quickly things have just done a 180 here at Lee Soccer Gymnasium after an incredible start by Sacred Heart. 8-0. Firing away is Engel. Swickla up in the air. Horkin's got to run this one down. And might be a free ball on the way it is by Risky. Tracked down on the back by Odin. Looking to set up in the middle. Egan, that gets blocked. Played by Avery Johnson. And this one back up Severson. That's tipped way in the air. Horkin is there. Lawrence will now set. Up to Stella. Risky. Played up by Engel. Sent by Severson. Pushed by Macy Thornton. And it's over by Horkin. Now they're looking to set up Risky again. Tipped. Tracked down. Kept alive. Engel will dump it. And ran down cleanly by Horkin. Longest rally of the night. Up to Risky. And tracked down there by Engel. Johnson looking to set up Severson. Just hits it without jumping. Played by Lawrence. Horkin up to Stella. Risky. Dug out. Off the net. And down. And Sacred Heart finally gets on the board in set 2 on a kill by Stella Risky. And it's 8-1.
Sacred Heart needed that one big time.
That is a big understatement.
Boy, volleyball, it's such a momentum game. It looked right away, Sacred Heart was dominating the match, and then all of a sudden, as you said, it just flipped. Like somebody flipped a switch, and Ada-Borup said, okay, time to play.
Well, they're going to have to get back that switch immediately as Lydia Risky delivers an ace. And sometimes the switch can go back the other direction, and that's maybe what we're hoping to see out of Sacred Hearts. 8-2, Lydia Risky ready to serve. On the way, low serve receive, and they're going to set up Severson, and it hits I thought it hit the face of Lawrence, but it was a dig from the knees of Engel that stayed up, but it's good enough for Lawrence to deliver a kill. Oh my goodness. Oh, they might. There we go.
Yeah, the Ada player tried to play it. It went right through her hands. It was hit so hard and hit her in the lap.
Trying to get something back on that swing by Egan, and now they're looking to set up Lawrence. Push and played. Someone's got to get there. Oh, and confusion now, and 4 in a row for Sacred Heart. Cut that lead in half. All it takes is 1 point to get on a roll. Ada-Borup-West looking to answer. Served by Risky. How about her second ace? 8-5. Timeout, Ada-Borup-West. They're still up by 3, but it's 5 in a row scored by Sacred Heart. We're not done here in set number 2.
If there's anybody out there that says volleyball is not a momentum sport, they're full of baloney.
Yep, and they need to get a psych evaluation.
It's like the NBA. You know there's going to be a run.
Yep.
Just a matter of when.
And these two teams are both so heavily equipped to make these runs as we're almost toward the end of the timeout. We're going to keep it here on KROX as these teams are about to break the huddle. 8-5. If you're just joining us on either both KROX Radio and KROX TV, we have it covered for you. If you thought about coming to the game and decided not to, I apologize. I have to tell you probably made a mistake.
Not probably.
Yeah, you definitely made a mistake. What an atmosphere here in Lee Soccer Gymnasium tonight.
This has been some as expected. We expected some phenomenal. This is Minnesota high school volleyball is at such a top level, and these two teams are showing how good high school volleyball in Minnesota is.
Let's keep it going, shall we? 8-5, Ada-Borup-West leads, 5 in a row scored by Sacred Heart. Looking to set up Severson, dug out by Swickla. Horkin back in the setting position, will set up Lawrence. That was behind, so she just had to float it up to Odin. Up to Severson, part 2, rejected! Stella Risky again! 6 in a row for Sacred Heart. Cut the lead down to 2. On the way and way long, and that's how the run ends on that serve by Risky. And so even though they scored 6 in a row, it's still a 3-point Ada-Borup-West lead after the first 8 points in the set were scored by the Cougars. Service on the way from Egan, played up by Lawrence. Horkin, Stevens, got it! Bryn Stevens is somebody who throughout the season really hasn't gotten a ton of sets up to her. She's been great in the blocking format, but that's already her 3rd kill of the match, and that's a good sign. Here's service on the way from Swickla. It's long. That's back-to-back service errors for Sacred Heart. If you followed Sacred Heart early in the season, you knew that service errors were a bit of a problem, and they really fixed it in the second half of the year. But they can be prone to a couple per set. This one, serve receive is going into the net, and they can't keep it alive on a great serve by Macy Thornton. And Ada-Borup-West trying to build that lead back. They're now up by 4. It's 11-7. Ada-Borup-West student section trying to go back and forth with the Sacred Heart student section. They're waiting for their time. Service on the way. It's played by Risky. Horkin. Vignes too far. 12-7. Both teams have burned one timeout in this set to this point. Here's Thornton, fires away. She's been their best server so far tonight. Horkin will set up Stella Risky, and that was deflected, and that'll go down for a kill. Another player that really hasn't been the primary person to set the ball to, Stella Risky, 2 years younger than the older Lydia, showcasing that she can swing it.
Well, and you have to go to some different weapons, too, because Ada-Borup-West is trying to take away Risky and Lawrence. Yeah.
That's the smart idea. Up to Severson here. Oh, that's going to be a good kill as that one hit off the wrists of Lydia Risky. And Sacred Heart's trying to do the same thing to these big hitters for the Cougars. And they did a good job against Engel, but Severson's rolling right now with her 12th kill. This serve played by Adolfson. Lining up Lawrence, little tap deflected, tracked down by Engel. Severson, back to Engel in the middle. Oh, that just missed. That was really close, but Sacred Heart will get the credit for that. 13-9 Cougars. Lawrence to serve, played by Johnson. Severson, high, set for Engel. Oh, what a job by Swickla to somehow keep it up in the air, but it goes straight into the net. And it's 14-9. Here's Avery Johnson to serve, played by Swickla. It's Horkin up to Risky, and that's her first kill in a while. Able to get that one to go. Hoping that they can get her going a bit more. As Kayla Benson, their server extraordinaire off the bench, will come in and serve. 14-10 Ada-Borup-West. They took the first set 25-23. Service on the way, played by Johnson. And set in the middle and a little tap. Oh, what a job by Horkin to keep that one alive. But then Lawrence ran into Claire Adolphson and she ducked out of the way. A bit of a miscommunication, and it's now 15-10. Ada-Borup-West. Leighton Oden to serve. Low bullet played by Lawrence. Dump, and Horkin got that one to go. That is a fantastic weapon in her arsenal. And she likes to do it. I've started to realize if she's next to serve, she will be a lot more aggressive to try and send it in two. It is her serve. Avery Johnson, low serve receive, kept alive. Free ball, though, by Audrina Eggen. Tracked down by Swickla. Horkin will set up Bryn Stevens. Wide. And these teams are alternating points right now. They've gone back and forth for the last 9 of them. 16-11 Ada-Borup-West. Back and forth is kind of what I expected in this match. Good serve by Engel. Better serve received by Swickla. Another dump by Horkin. Oh, what a dig by Avery Johnson. Up to Severson. It gets deflected and falls. There was some high-level play in that very brief rally, but it goes the way of the Cougars, and Coach Venasic is going to choose now to use her second timeout of the set. Ada-Borup-West trying to get a 2-0 lead. They lead 17-11, and we're back in 30 seconds on KROX.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Minnesota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
As we welcome you back here to Lee Soccer Gymnasium. 6-point lead for Ada-Borup-West in set 2. All timeouts been burned by Coach Venasic. It's a 17-11 lead. Ada-Borup-West, they were down 14-5 in set 1 and won it 25-23. A hectic first set, and now the Cougars are trying to take some more control and go up 2-0. Service on the way from Engel. Lawrence receives it. Horkin runs it down. Set up to Risky and got it to go. And what's great about these two teams that I haven't really mentioned before, we haven't seen a single net violation. We haven't seen anybody get an illegal rotation, running into the net, any lifts, any double hits. It's been so clean and so high level. Engel, Severson, oh, what a dig by Swickla, and nobody's able to track it down, though. Izzy Swickla is really laying it all out there to get a hand on these Severson swings, but just not getting the height that she needs. 14 kills now for Severson. Ready to serve is Audrina Eggen. It's played by Lawrence. Horkin, back set, Stella Risky. It's deflected, so that's a point for the Eagles. Stella Risky is really stepping up in this match. Stella Risky, Bryn Stevens, a couple of these names that aren't the top killers for these teams. Here comes Swickla, played by Johnson. Engel, Severson, able to get some height on that jump of hers, and it's 19-13. Kill number 15 on the night for her. Here's Macy Thornton. Lets it go, and Risky will play it way up. Horkin looking for Lawrence off her back foot, tracked down by Oden. Engel, Severson again. Oh my gosh, she is so, oh my word. It is so impressive watching her on a set that was not very good drop backwards and just get so much torque on the ball. It's 20-13, Ada-Borup-West. Service on the way from Thornton, received by Lawrence. Horkin, back to Lawrence, and whoa, they're gonna say it missed. Another close call. Line judge down there says no, and it's 21-13. Here comes Thornton on the way, floater to Lawrence. That's going over the net. It'll be played by Oden. Engel dumps it, and ready for that was Risky. Horkin, back set, Stella Risky, got another one to go. Another circumstance where the freshman is stepping up. Claire Adolphson will now check in for her. Stella Risky has played fantastic today. There's volleyball blood in that family for sure. 21-14, service on the way from Claire Adolphson. That was a low serve receive. They got to get it over. Severson finds a good spot. Swickla had to dive to get it. Up to Lawrence, push to the corner. Macy Thornton's there. Engel sets up Severson from all the way on the other side of the court. Dug out by Swickla. Up to Lawrence again. Played up by Engel. Johnson. Severson tipped. Swickla's there. Horkin dumps it. Right there is Engel. Johnson will find Severson for the third time. Tries to tap it. Played by Adolphson. Lawrence tipped. Dug out by Thornton. Up to Severson for the fourth time. And she gets it to go. Over and over and over again until they finally get it to work. 22-14 Cougars. 17 kills for Severson. Service on the way from Milena. Oh, that might be an ace if Swickla can't get there. Yes, it is. (23-14), just the second ace of the day for the Cougars. Severson will let another one go. Swickla up in the air. Horkin runs it down. Nice set. Lawrence had it dug out by Thornton. They punched alive, but no one's able to get there. Severson had to lunge to get that one. Great swing. And now Lawrence will serve. 23-15, Ada-Borup-West with the lead. Here comes Lawrence, steps in, fires away. It's played by Thornton. Severson up. Engel! We have not called her name very much on offense tonight. But she delivers, and it's set point for the Cougars, and their fans rise to their feet. Looking to take a 2-0 lead. On the way, and it's long. 24-16. Here comes Benson. Here comes Benson to serve. It's played up by Johnson. In the middle, Egan! And it's 2-0. Ada-Borup-West in the Section 8A championship. 25-23, 25-16. And Ada-Borup-West is rolling right now, and they're going to look to try and get out of here in 3. And Sacred Heart needs to put together a comeback for the ages. If they want to win this one, they're going to need to win it in 5. We will take a break, and when we come back, we will have set 3 coming up on KROX.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you, to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
You deserve the best. Earn your degree at University of Minnesota Crookston with the best public dorms in Minnesota. Ranked by niche. With over 75 programs, you'll easily find the best fit for you. In this close-knit community, you're just around the corner from your new best friends. Plus, the U of M system has the lowest cost after financial aid in the state, so you receive the best value for your education. University of Minnesota Crookston. Small campus, big degree. The best of both worlds.
For all of your automotive service needs, call Christian Brothers Ford here in Crookston. We have a service team to handle all of your vehicle's needs. Does your vehicle pull to the right or left? Call and schedule an alignment today. Proper alignment saves gas and wear on your tires. We're here to take care of your vehicle repairs and maintenance. Call Christopher or Jersey in the service department at 281-1338. Make an appointment today with the service department at Christian Brothers Ford of Crookston, where we make it easy.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
All right, so welcome you back here to Lee Soccer Gymnasium. at UMC. 25-23, 25-16. Ada-Borup-West takes the first 2 sets. Trying to win this in 3. Sacred Heart looking to extend this match. Only way they can win is if they win 3 in a row, get out of here in 5, and move on to the state tournament. That'll be played on Thursday. The crowds have been incredible. Of course, Chris V down there in front of the Sacred Heart fandom. I'm situated in the middle of the Ada-Borup-West fandom. And both sides are very loud and very supportive of their respective teams. And these girls laying it all out on the line tonight. And it's been super fun to watch here from Lee Soccer Gymnasium. As the officials are trying to make sure that the rotation pieces are where they need to be for both sides. I'm feeling good. I've had my Milky Way and Kit Kat for my little trick-or-treat moments. In fact, I had to say trick-or-treat to the parent before I could get one. I forgot that was what it was about. I haven't gone trick-or-treating in almost a decade. And it took me a little bit to remember that. Third set, first serve will come the way of Ada-Borup-West and Leighton Odin will fire away. Here we go, played by Swickla. Up to Horkin, looking for Lawrence, and gets the first point of the third set. Ada-Borup-West scored it first in the first 2 sets. Sacred Heart looking to get off to a much better start in the third one. Here's Swickla, played by Odin. Severson looking to set up Engel, and dug out by Risky. Horkin, Lawrence again. This one dug out cleanly by Thornton. Up to Engel, wide. No deflection, 2-0. Two nothing. Sacred Heart down 2 sets to none. Service on the way from Swickla, played up by Engel. Severson back to Engel, little tap. Dug out cleanly by Lawrence. Setting up Stella Risky. Man, has she been on fire tonight? They got to start giving it to her more often. That's 6 kills for Stella Risky, and the first 3 points of the third set belong to Sacred Heart. On the way, cleanly played by Odin. Up in the middle. Egan, that gets tipped. Swickla up into the rafters. And the ball, it finally comes down. It hung there for about 5 seconds, and they got the free ball over, but out of bounds. Oh, Lee Soccer Gymnasium does not pull punches up near the batting cages. And it's 3-1. On the way, here comes a serve, played by Risky. Horkin. Stella Risky, and it just hangs on the net. It's still alive. They can get it over, and they're going to say that's a Sacred Heart point. Running into the net was Melina Severson trying to get there. That ball just hung, and we've had some weird physics to start set 3. It's 4-1. And Claire Adolfson will check back in to serve. Sacred Heart needs to take this third set to stay alive in the match. On the way, low serve receive goes over the net, dumped back down by Lexi Lawrence. And it's 5-1. Here's Adolfson. And I think she had a sneeze and now has to reset. Don't think that was intentional. Never want to sneeze mid-serve. Gets it back, fires away, and it's a good serve and an ace. You got to sneeze before every serve, I guess. Ace for Claire Adolfson. It's 6-1 Sacred Heart in set 3. They were amazing at the start of set 1. Had a 14-5 lead, couldn't hold it. Can they hold this one? On the way from Adolfson, Avery Johnson up near the net. Engel just punches it alive, and running into the net was Adley Vignes. So a 6-2 lead for the Cougars. Taylor Stunis is going to check back in for the first time since a couple of points in set 1. Libero out. Bullet served by Egan. That was a good serve receive. Lawrence got to get a free ball over. Vignes will push it over. And looking to set up Severson. Little tap played by Risky. Horkin. Lawrence. It's good. 7-2. Lawrence down to double figures. She's got 10 kills tonight. And she'll now serve. Doing the splits to get that was Thornton. Up to Severson. Hit that. It just floated up to Adolfson. Adley Vignes goes up but missed it long. And it's now 7-3. That was the first real almost whiff I've really ever seen Milena Severson take. 7-3, Macy Thornton now to serve for the Cougars, played by Lawrence. They're looking to set up risky, just has to push it. It's right there to Odin. Back set, Severson, dug out by Lawrence with one hand. Got to duck out of the way, free ball coming. Horkin sends it, played there by Thornton. Oh, back set, Severson. Oh, the dig goes over the net, but out of bounds by Lexi Lawrence. 2 in a row for Ada-Borup-West, cut the lead down to 3, 18 kills. For Milena Severson, 7-4. Eagles lead set 3. They are dropped the first 2 sets, and there's an ace by Macy Thornton, who has by far been the best server of the night. She has 2 official aces, but she's caused a lot of errant serve receives and free balls that have warranted points. Here comes a serve, way to the back line. Adolfson, Horkin runs it down. Good set to Risky, and it's good. (8-5). Benson will check in. Here comes Benson to serve. Lets it go right to Avery Johnson. Engel runs it down. That's set near the net. Severson just taps it. Right there is Adolfson. Up to Stevens. That gets sent back. Stevens plays it. Now to Risky, and it's good. Back-to-back kills for Lydia Risky. It's now 9-5 Eagles. Benson. Up to Johnson. Engel. Severson, big swing. It's good. 9-6. And Swicklow will come in for Vignes, who takes Benson's spot in the rotation. Here's Severson. She'll be the one to serve it. Played by Swicklow. Horkin runs it down. Risky. Sent back over the net by Stunis. They'll get it back to her and puts it away. Another substitution as Stella Risky will check back in. 10-6. Sacred Heart in front, set 3. On the way. Played way up into the air. Johnson. Oh, great set. Engel got rejected. Johnson keeps it alive. They got to get a free ball over, and they do. And now going to line up in the middle. Stevens deflected. Played by Thornton. Severson. Engel. It's good. (10-7). Nowhere near over at this stage. On the way from Avery Johnson. And they're going to line up Risky. That gets tipped. It's played by Audrina Egan. Severson. Engel! Oh, it hits Lawrence. And they're trying to get it over, and they can't. Another kill for Engel. (10-8). On the way, Risky had to turn and get that. Horkin sets up in the middle. Stevens dug out cleanly by Severson. And they're going to set up Engel. Oh, it gets sent back. They got to get it up. They do. Engel gets a swing on it. That was great reflexes to allow Ada-Borup-West to get something set up. It's now 10-9, 7th kill for Engel. And they'll serve to tie this set up, which they have not led or tied in, well, since it was 0-0, I suppose. Serve right to Swickla. Horkin. Stevens, good. 11-9, Sacred Heart in set 3. Lydia Risky will now serve. This is the longest the set has gone without a timeout. On the way, clean play up Severson. Engel deflected. Lawrence punches it over the net right to Engel and drills Stevens in the side of the head. It's 11-10 now. Service on the way. Oh, there's an ace by Leighton Oden. We're tied at 11. Fourth ace for Ada-Borup-West tonight. They're trying to win this in 3. Service on the way, it's low. Swickla, Horkin, Stevens. It's good. 12-11. Stevens out for Vignes. And Libero Swickla will serve. One of the seniors on this roster. And it's played by Johnson, Severson, Egan! Oh, dug out by Risky, who falls to her backside. Then up to Lawrence, played up by Oden. Severson, Engel, and that went straight into the net. Didn't get any height on that. 13-11. On the way from Swickla, it's played by Johnson in the middle. Egan, big swing, and it's going to work for her. 13-12 now. Sacred Heart leading set 3, so hit 8 o'clock on this Friday night. On the way from Severson, up in the air, and now a little back set. Stella Risky, dug out by Oden. Back set up to Severson, sent back. Right there is Engel. Johnson, another attempt for Severson. This time just taps it. Risky lunges to keep it alive. Horkin runs it down. Lawrence gets it over and found a perfect spot, and it's good. 14-12. Claire Adolfson. Service on the way. Right there is Johnson. Setting up Severson. Top down and good. The best set I think she's had all night. And she's got 20 kills. 14-13. Sacred Heart clinging to this set 3 lead. On the way. Up is Risky. Horkin. Lawrence. It's on the line. 15-13. Here's Lawrence now to serve. Not even to get it is Thornton. Now set up. Severson fires away. Dug out by Lawrence. Horkin is there. Up Lydia Risky. It's played by Oden. And Severson. Another dig by Lawrence. Horkin finds Risky off the top of the net. This time it's dug out by Severson. Engel has to dump it to the corner. Oh, that was beautifully played. 15-14. AC Thornton now to serve. Lets it go. Lawrence right there. Risky, got it. And they get a point on a serve by Thornton immediately, which has been a rare occurrence. Here's Benson now. On the way. Oh, mistake on the serve receive. Johnson able to run it down. Can get the free ball over. Oh, what a job by Engel. They do. But they'll line up Risky. And it's good. And there's that 3-point lead restored and a timeout called by Ada-Borup-West. Sacred Heart trying to extend this match. It's 17-14. And they need it to force a fourth set. We'll take 30 seconds. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
17-14, Sacred Heart trying to force set 4. Service on the way from Benson. And trying to set up Severson, who has to hit a free ball. Played by Adolfson. Horkin, risky. And that hit the flagpole, I believe. Yes, it did. Ada-Borup-West will get the point credit. 17-15, Severson will now serve. Both Risky and Lawrence have 12 kills tonight. And now the officials are talking at the chair umpire stand, and I think this is just a clarifying point here. And we're actually going to replay that point. So it'll be 17-14. Questionable call. They're going to say it's a wash. We'll do it again, but Benson's serve goes long, and Ada-Borup-West gets the point anyway. No harm, no foul for the Cougars. Swickla will come in for Vignes, who checks in for Benson. Now Severson will get the serve back. And fire one at Lawrence. Horkin in the middle, Bryn Stevens! She's having a good night, her 5th kill. 18-15, Sacred Heart. Service on the way, it's low, it's played cleanly, lining up. Engel tipped, Swickla's right there. Horkin tries to run it down, looking to set up Risky cross court, and it hits the hands of Engel. And down to make it 19-15. Timeout, Ada-Borup-West. Trying to salvage this third set to avoid going 4. Can Sacred Heart hold on and force a 4th set? We'll find out in 30 seconds.
Even in today's world of instant communication and entertainment at the tip of your fingers, we can feel alone, disconnected, and detached. Whether you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, mental health, or just the stress of everyday life, Illuma is here for you, to guide you, to help you find the light within, and instill hope for a brighter tomorrow. The light is in you. Visit illumacares.org.
Ada-Borup-West fans directly in front of me trying to do some form of chant to keep themselves and their team engaged. 19-15. Ada-Borup-West trailing set 3 to Sacred Heart. Now it's 20-15, an ace by Finley Horkin. Looking to force a 4th set on the way. Played up by Engel. Severson back to Engel. It's good. (20-16). Avery Johnson will serve. Floats one to Lawrence. Horkin runs it down. Up to Stella Risky. Dug out cleanly by Engel. They'll set it back to her. It's tipped. Lydia Risky got her hands on it. And someone's got to get the free ball. Stevens barely does. Severson. Engel. It's good. First time in a while that Ada-Borup-West has scored consecutive points. 10th kill for Engel, trying to turn it into something. And Venasic is saying, let's talk about this. Timeout, Sacred Heart. 20-17, Eagle lead, but they're feeling the momentum start the shift, trying to nip it in the bud. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KROX.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big, without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
(20-17), Ada-Borup-West trailing. Sacred Heart trying to get their first set win here in set 3 and force set 4. Avery Johnson to serve. Fires away. Risky tracks it down. Horkin Bump back to Risky, takes a big swing. It's dug out by Severson. Someone's got to get there. They do. Free ball by Engel. It's played by Horkin. Lawrence now has to set. Lines up Stella Risky, gets sent back. Kept alive. Now Horkin calls it off. Looking for Lydia Risky. Oh, and drills Severson in the chest with a powerful kill. And it's 21-17. On the way from Risky, played by Avery Johnson. Backline Odin, another free ball. This one by Engel. Swickler runs it down. Horkin near the net. Lines up Lawrence and got it on the line. Sacred Heart 3 points away from extending to a fourth set. Received by Johnson. In the middle, little tap by Egan, and Risky couldn't get much on that. Now Odin will serve, 22-18. A bullet, Swickla receives it cleanly, but it's played by Lawrence up. Horkin, a little tap. And trying to whack it in two, and a good spot by Engel. 22-19, and Coach Venasic is, whatever Coach Venasic said, they're gonna change the point. She was claiming for something that happened, and it ends up being correct. 23-18. Engel, played by Swickla, up to Lawrence, it's good! Set point, Sacred Heart. On the way from Swickla, played by Engel, Severson, back to Engel, it's good. That one they can't overrule, it's 24-19. One more point for Sacred Heart to force set 4. It's Engel. Jump serve on the way, played by Risky. Horkin runs it down, pushed by Vignes, it's played by Odin. Engel, and he'll set up Macy Thornton. That's her first real big swing of the night, and it'll warrant a little whack by Lawrence. Back set, Severson, top down and good. Still continuing to try and add something. 24-20. On the way from Engel, played by Swickla. Setting up Lawrence, and it's good somehow. I don't think she really hit that. It just went over the net, and it falls, and where you have a set 4, 25-21. Sacred Heart holds on, and a fourth set is on the way. 25-20, excuse me. Do they have what it takes to force set 5? Or can Ada-Borup-West win in 4? 1 down, 2 to go. And we'll be back right after this.
For over 45 years, Grove Mechanical has been the trusted choice for heating and cooling solutions in Crookston and the surrounding communities. From furnace repairs to air conditioning installations, we're committed to keeping your home comfortable year-round. We're proud to support this community and all its athletes. Best of luck to the Crookston Pirates this season. Grove Mechanical is behind you all the way.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Hi, I'm Dr. Angie Smith, optometrist at the Crookston Eye Clinic and Foston Eye Clinic. We aim to provide high-quality products to our patients, things that we use ourselves in treating our own dry eye or coatings that we like to use on our own glasses.
We offer myopia control contact lenses for children, which are soft contacts that not only correct their vision, but are designed to slow the progression of their nearsightedness.
The eyes lead the body, and we are passionate about helping the eyes be safer, sharper, and faster.
I don't think that everybody wants to lead necessarily, but everybody wants to be a part of a team, and I think we provide that. Blaine Venasic, I've been at Zavrals for, this is my 23rd season. My dad is an extremely hard worker. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to work, honest work, and provide for my family like he does, and just live a comfortable life. And I found that here at RJ Zavril & Son. It feels great.
It's now 2-1 here on the Voice of the Valley, KROX in Crookston, Minnesota, 1260 AM, 105.7 FM, and on 92.1 FM in Grand Forks and East Grand Forks. 25-23, 25-16, Ada-Borup-West in the first two sets. Sacred Heart took the third, 25-20, 1 down, 2 to go, and their comeback attempt to try and win this in 5 sets and put themselves in a position to go down to the Grand Casino Arena, the home of the Wild. This Halloween night, so many great costumes, some togas, some witches, some giraffe onesies, a shark, the frozen princesses in front of me. I had a Flintstone give me some candy. There's a hot dog man walking my way. This is so much fun. First serve of set 4. Lydia Risky will serve it to Engel. They're going to set up Audrina Eggen. Risky got a hand on it. Swickla keeps it alive. Free ball coming, and it does get over. And now they'll look to set up Severson. Keeps that alive. Doesn't hit the net. Engel, oh, it's dug out by Swickla. And heads up chair umpire. Had to duck out of the way there. And first point to Ada-Borup-West in set 4. Sacred Heart won a set in which they scored first. They're 1-1 in those sets. On the one set that Ada-Borup-West has scored first, they won it. 1-0 in set 4. Service on the way from Engel. A low serve receive, kept alive by Horkin, whacked over by Bryn Stevens. It'll be played there by Eggen. Back set, Severson, and it's on the line and good. We haven't called her name very much in set 3. She didn't really do a whole lot, but she does have 22 kills, and it's 2-0 Ada-Borup-West in set 4. Trying to put this one away, avoid playing a 5th set, which would blow the roof off the Lee Soccer Gymnasium, I think. On the way from Engel, played by Risky. Horkin, Lawrence, dug out. Whistle blows, though. Elena Severson too close to the net. We've seen very few of those all match. I think the first one was in the 3rd set. Extremely high level. That's a poor set by Engel. Severson has to punch it over. Swickla, Lawrence, big swing. Yeah, better dig. That time by Johnson. Severson now gets a crack at it. Dug out by Swickla. And now Stella Risky. Another one for the freshman. I think you're wrong. I think she already is. I mean, that's... Yeah. No, she's good. As a serve by Swickla goes into the net, she knew it as soon as she hit it. 3-2 now in set 4, and though Sacred Heart has taken a lot of momentum, this is the first set where nobody's really exploded to a quick start. It's staying close. Served by Audrina Eggen. Horkin runs it down, looking for Lawrence, and oh, what a dig that time. Got to get it over. Severson does. Played up to Risky. Horkin, Lawrence take 2. That one's good. 3-all. Claire Adolfson will check back in to serve. There aren't many seniors on this Sacred Heart roster, which is a good sign for the future. This one played down by Macy Thornton. Up Severson, my goodness. That is what she did extraordinarily well in the first 2 sets, and they kind of went away from her in the 3rd set. Sacred Heart did a good job of playing defense on her, and now they're trying to find her groove again in set 4. 4-3, Ada-Borup-West, served by Macy Thornton, who's been tremendous serving the ball. Horkin looking for Lawrence, and it doesn't get over. That set pushed her way back. She ended up falling on the ground to try and get it over, and it did hit the top of the tape, but bounced back. It's 5-3. She's been incredible as serve goes into the net. First mistake serving by Macy Thornton. It's 5-4. The defense tonight has been tremendous. There have been a lot more crazy digs than I expected to see from both sides. 5-4 Cougars, set 4 up 2-1. This one played by Thornton near the net. Engel just taps it over. I don't know if that's what she meant to do. They're going to line up Lydia Risky. Oh my goodness. Oh, Avery Johnson did a somersault and landed awkwardly on her neck. She didn't, her head stopped her from completing the flip. I can't believe she just popped up from that. That looked ugly, but she's okay. Oh man, I'd be out of commission for a month if that happened to me. 5-all, service on the way from Lawrence. Johnson's right there to play cleanly. They'll set up Severson, and it's good. The trend in this match, besides set 1, where it just flipped on its head, was that whoever has the lead when they get up to 10 points is the one that tends to win the set. 6-5, Ada-Borup-West, served by Severson. Lawrence goes down, able to get the serve receive. Risky misses that one long. Ada-Borup-West has prevented Sacred Heart from leading here to start the 4th set. It's 7-5. Ada-Borup-West 1-4 the first time these two teams played 58 days ago on the 2nd of September. That serve receive offline by Lawrence. She's moving a little slower out there. Free ball on the way by Vignes. And they'll look to set up Engel. It's tipped and it'll drop. It doesn't look like Lawrence is very comfortable on the floor right now. And she'll take a slow walk back to the sideline as Coach Venasic will call timeout. And I think that was a necessity there for Sacred Heart. It's 8-5, and we will take a break, and we will be back here on KROX in 30 seconds.
Shopping for groceries is easier than ever with Hugo's Family Marketplace. To simplify life, Hugo's offers convenient online shopping with delivery or curbside pickup at GoHugos.com. Even better, shop on the go with the Hugo's Family Marketplace smartphone app. Download e-coupons, recipes, grocery lists, weekly ads, and place your grocery order right from your phone. Save time and save big with Hugo's Family Marketplace, your hometown grocer since 1939.
You're gonna find more low prices, more great stuff when you go to Hugo's.
8-5, Ada-Borup-West, up 2-1, trying to put this one away in 4 after they couldn't put it away in 3. Sacred Heart won the 3rd set, 25-20. Serving is Milena Severson, 24 kills to her name tonight. Fires away, it's played by Claire Adolphson. Horkin up to Risky, dug out by Avery Johnson. And Severson just has to whack it, couldn't get anything behind it. Horkin back up to Risky, and that one's good. You can't keep her down for long. Lawrence is now on the back row. They're keeping an eye on her after that fall she had, trying to keep the ball alive on the far side from our screen here. She's been moving a little slower, now just in the middle of the back row. Here's Engel, that gets tipped, and Lawrence goes down again, hobbling as she gets back up as that one goes long. And that's a bit of a concerning sight for Sacred Heart. It's a 9-6 lead. Avery Johnson to serve, played cleanly by Adolphson. Horkin up to Risky, and punched up in the air, but it's going to go to the scores table, and cleanly caught there by the scorers. A kill by Risky, and if Lawrence isn't healthy, Lydia Risky is going to have to step up. She does lead with 17 kills. Lawrence has 16, still testing out. Looks like that right ankle every time they stop play. On the way from Horkin, and it's long. And this is turning to be a very interesting 4th set, a more complex 4th set. 10-7, Odin to serve, right at Swickla, up near the net. Horkin keeps it alive, and probably should have dumped it in 2, as Risky couldn't get there in time. It's 11-7. now the serve from Odin, played by Risky. Horkin, right back to her. Dug out by Engel. And Severson who dug it, excuse me. Free ball by Engel. Lawrence is there. And lining up Lydia Risky again. Avery Johnson is there. Severson. Engel runs into one. Lawrence is there. Had to pull up immediately. And now we'll find Stella Risky, and Severson digs it out. Johnson up in the air. Engel runs into another one and hits it into the net. 11-8. And Lydia Risky will now serve. On the way, played cleanly by Odin and looking to set up. Engel rejected, kept alive by Severson. Johnson sets up Engel beautifully, and it's right to Swickla, who digs that one out. Now up to Stevens, and played lunging there is Odin. Got to get it over. Engel, another swing, gets deflected, played by Risky. Horkin going to set up Lawrence, puts all of her might into it, and doing a box split to keep that alive was Johnson. Now up to Engel again, right to Swickla. Horkin is going to find Bryn Stevens, and oh, she got the line. That was really close. Coach Engel doesn't like that, but it's 11-9. Sixth kill for Stevens.
That was right in front of me. That was just barely in.
That was very close. Good spot. Egan! That's good. And you know this is a good match when the lines are pretty much being hit over and over and over again. This has been such a fun match tonight.
It's like watching Greg Maddox pitch.
That is so true. He was incredible. Service on the way. It's played by Risky, but Horkin punches it alive, but they can't get a free ball. That serve receive went offline. And what's big for Ada-Borup-West, they've restored that 4-point lead. As we approach 8:30 on this Friday night. Oh, it's been a lot of fun tonight. This match has been as advertised, 1,000%. On the way from Engel, it goes into the net. There's been a lot of service errors in this fourth set. I don't know if it's overall fatigue. This is both sides, but both teams are starting to struggle just a bit.
And really no surprise with the teams. I mean, they are giving it. You can't give more than 100%, I've been told, but they're giving it 150% here tonight. And every athlete that's been out on the floor, they are hitting the hardwood. They are diving for every ball they can. And all of them are getting pretty beat up here today because they're diving for everything. And it's been a really, it's been outstanding just watching these young ladies give everything they have to try to get that trip to state.
This is one of those matches, you know, whether it be Sacred Heart or Ada-Borup-West, it's one of those matches where it's a bit of a shame that someone has to lose it because it's just been played so well, as Coach Venasic is being looked at by the officials for a rotation thing, I believe, on her lineup card.
Yeah, both teams would fare very well down at the state tournament, although, as we said, Minnesota is loaded with great talent.
I'm about to say, I think they should be thankful they're not in 8AA, though, because we'll check that match tomorrow night between Hawley and North Clinton Felton. Hawley is incredible. They're one of the 8 teams that Ada-Borup-West lost to. Ada-Borup-West's schedule has been pretty impressive throughout the course of the year. Sacred Heart was one of the first really top teams that they played throughout the course of the year. And a lot of the higher teams than that, they lost to. Some of them were in AA, some of them were Twin Cities area. And looks like everything's okay in the rotation card for Coach Venasic. They didn't make any other edits, and so here we go, 13-10, Swickla to serve, Odin, Engel, Severson way up in the air, it's not gonna get over the net. And that break, although albeit unintentional, Estella Risky will come back in for Claire Adolfson, halts a bit of momentum on the Cougar side of the court.
Or was it unintentional by Coach Venasic?
She's savvy. She's been doing this a long time. She is a tremendous coach, and an ace by Izzy Swickla. Start to ask some questions a little bit. Sacred Heart serving for the tie, 13-12. Swickla had 4 aces in the Fertile Beltrami match. This serve is going to go over the net, and then trying to send it over was Vignes, but she hit it into the net and gets hit with a double. That's the first double hit of the match. We're in the 4th set. Serving again, Ada-Borup-West with a 14-12 lead. Audrina Egan fires at Lexi Lawrence. just slowly moving to the line. Stella Risky got it to go. This is the coming out party for the other Risky on the team, who's been incredible today. And will make another substitution as Claire Adolfson will check in and will serve. 14-13, Ada-Borup-West.
I'm going to say it, risky business. I had to do it.
Of course. This serve played by Johnson. They're going to set up Severson. Oh, and it hit Swickla, who just tried to duck out of the way, which I would too if I was standing directly in front of Milena Severson and her 25 kills and her 6'5" frame. That's intimidating. Service on the way for Macy Thornton. Serve receive goes right there. Lawrence can't get a full jump right now. Odin will line it up, and that's going to be delivered and sent back into the net on a swing by Severson again. It's 16-13. Ada-Borup-West trying to hold on and go to the state tournament in 4 sets. Macy Thornton fires away to the back row. Risky up there and trying to find Lawrence. Puts her back into it. It gets tipped and it's played by Johnson. Back up. Severson top down on the line. She's found her groove again. 26 kills and a 4-point lead for Ada-Borup-West in set 4. And even though it's not match point, the Cougar fans are all to their feet. Service on the way from Thornton. Swickla, Horkin, Lawrence again, not much on it. It's played by Johnson. Back set, Severson missed it wide that time. Big point there for Sacred Heart. Cut the lead down to 3. They're not letting this set get away as Lawrence walks slowly to grab the ball and get this set continued on with another serve. Ready to go, lets it go. It's played there by Severson. Engel back to her and got it. (18-14). Oh, man. Now Severson to serve. A laser right to Lawrence. Horkin tracks it down, finding Risky, but didn't get anything on the tap. It's 19-14, and Coach Venasic will burn her final timeout. It's last-ditch effort for Sacred Heart to try and keep this match alive, or else Ada-Borup-West will take this one in 4. We will take a break, and we'll be back right after this in 30 seconds on KROX.
Stop by Lapeer Oil Company East and West in Foston and fill your vehicle up. They carry Marathon gasoline and diesel. Feeling a little hungry? Check out their specials and their deli. Monday and Friday, they offer daily soups. Tuesday and Thursday specials is tacos. On Wednesday, stop in at Lapeer Oil Company and enjoy a fantastic pizza buffet. Check Lapeer Oil Company's Facebook page to get updates on all their specials. Headed to the lake to go fishing? They carry a nice selection of bait as well. Lapeer Oil Company East and West in Foston would like to wish area teams best of luck.
19-14, excuse me, as we're in the tail ends here of the 4th set. These Cougar fans directly in front of me and increase their energy and trying to will their team to a state berth for the first time since 2018, which is the last time they won the section championship. Foston won it in 2019, none in 2020. BGMR then won it 3 years in a row before Kitson County Central took it in 2024. This one up to Risky. It gets sent back off her shoulder. They got to play it. Swickla, free ball to Horkin, and it's over there, played by Odin. Severson trying to find, oh, what a job by Engel. Somehow she kept that in bounds, then rejects it. I thought that was going to go wide immediately. Risky will have it dug out by Thornton. And up now, Engel missed that long. I would have been stunned if Ada-Borup-West somehow took that point, but they don't, and Kayla Benson will come in to serve at 19-15. Ada-Borup-West. Benson, long. Those serves tend to go long when you feel like the fuel tank is nearly empty and you have to put a little extra in. It's a bit of a compensation. It's now 20-15. Here comes Johnson, played by Adolfson. And now they'll look to find Risky. And that's a big swing for her. Gets that kill. It's 20-16. And now Stella Risky, who's been fantastic today with 7 kills, is back in. Horkin to serve. Played by Johnson. Severson. Engel. Tipped. Swickla's there. Horkin. Risky again and got it again. 2 in a row. Cut it down to 3. Horkin to serve again. Right there's Thornton. And someone's got to run it down and get it over, and it just punched back over in 2 by Johnson. And trying to whack it, but missed it wide was Stella Risky. One of her first errors of the night. I think Coach Engel would have called a timeout if that landed, but now it's a 4-point lead again. And service quickly coming. And oh, I thought Swickla touched that, but she let it go long at the last second. 21-18. Risky. Lydia serves this one up to Engel, and they'll set in the middle. Again, rejected, then sent back to her. Lawrence tries to dump it and does. There's that 2-point gap, 21-19. And Engel was considering calling time, but she won't do it. 21-19 on the way. Service from Risky. It's played up by Johnson. Severson. Engel. Got it. That's huge. And that stops a potential run. 3 points away for Ada-Borup-West. Service on the way from Engel. Now you can hear a pin drop as this rally's going. Lawrence. Oh my gosh, Johnson dug it out. Push to the corner. And now they're going to try and set up Lawrence again. Taps it, it gets sent back. Sent way in the air. Horkin keeps it alive. Trying to find Lawrence. Gets it back over. It's still inbounds. Tracked down by Johnson. And just a push by Severson. Floated that. Collage of Eagles there. Up to Lawrence. Big swing. Dug out by Johnson. She's been tremendous back there tonight. Free ball. Another one coming. This one played by Severson. Up in the middle. Bryn Stevens tipped. Right there is Odin. Back set. Severson. It's good. And those are the rallies that can win you championships. 23-19 Ada-Borup-West. The loudest reaction from the Cougar crowd on a point win to this point. And now on the way with a serve is Engel. Lets it go. Played by Swickla. On the run is Horkin. Looking for Lawrence. Off the net. And it's match point, and to their feet come the Cougar faithful. Venasic's out of timeouts. 24-19, ready to serve is Engel. On the way, Bullet. Risky, can't handle it! And Ada-Borup-West has won the Section 8A championship. 25-23, 25-16, 20-25, and 25-19. It's over in 4. Ada-Borup-West repeats what they did in the 3rd match of the year. And they give Sacred Heart a heartbreaking end of their season on just their 2nd loss of the year.
Well, you're seeing a team, Ada-Borup-West, that made it to the section championship last year and lost to Kitson County Central. They come back and led by some pretty darn good seniors, to say the least. And I think that's what we saw. The difference here tonight was you just saw some seniors really take over when they had to for Ada-Borup-West.
Those unbelievable hitters. And really, one of the stories that we haven't mentioned, one of the seniors, Avery Johnson, the libero. When Risky was hitting at her, when Lawrence was hitting at her, when Stevens was hitting at her, she would dig it up more often than not and give Ada-Borup-West opportunities to score. And they're able to take it in 4 sets as the Cougars join their large student section following, while Sacred Heart and Coach Venasic has to deal with the conversation that you never want to have to deal with, which are the what a season it's been. The seniors, I'm sure, very emotional. My goodness. What we can say for sure, though, is that match was incredible. Probably the best one we've seen on KROX this year. And it doesn't really come close. We'll keep it here as they're about to do a awards ceremony. Wayne Folker's out leading the charge. Todd Selk is here. Other representatives for the Minnesota State High School League. And organizing everybody in a line and putting themselves in a good spot.
What a year, though, for Sacred Heart. Man alive.
Yep.
A lot of tears, even by the underclassmen. Actually, I think I see more tears from the underclassmen than I do the upperclassmen. But
yep.
It's what a match. And this is two top-notch teams. And, well, Ada-Borup-West, they know exactly how Sacred Heart feels because they were in this position last year. They came back. They said, we're not going to let that feeling happen again. And they came in here, and this was as advertised. Again, 25-23, 25-16, 20-25, 25-19. And it seemed like it was much closer than that.
Oh, for sure.
It seemed like it was 27-25, 28-26.
Yep. Amazing.
But, this is some top-notch volleyball here tonight.
Oh, what a blast it's been. And public address announcer James Pagachnik starting to announce the results and award winners. He's been amazing. Works for UMC, does all their volleyball and basketball, and he's tremendous as the Oxcart Day chair. He is fantastic, and we'll keep the camera down on Sacred Heart as they're about to receive their runner-up medals. And it goes.
I can put my mic closer to him. Are you able to get it at all? Or?
Yeah, I got a little bit there.
Okay.
Some of these players haven't seen much court time, but they play such an important role. Here's one of the seniors, Ella Kuntz, coming up. Adley Vignes, we'll see Crookston girls hockey. She'll join those practices here soon.
Yeah, she missed 4 scrimmages today. But she's more than happy to miss those scrimmages. Yep. Unfortunately, she was hoping to miss another week of hockey practice.
Yep. Now she got to get the skates back on. Izzy Swickla, one of the seniors. Lydia Risky played fantastic, led the team with 19 kills. Stella Risky, unbelievable job as a freshman tonight. There's Sophia Modine to step up and get her medal. Mackenzie Jerswold, another one of the older players on this team. Leah Kennedy next. One of the unsung heroes of this team, Claire Adolphson, designated server. She played great all year. And the power hitter, Lexi Lawrence, wiping the tears as she makes her way up to get her medal. Audrey Anderson next. And then the freshman, Bryn Stevens, played a little bit last year as an 8th grader, and we know she's going to be a good one.
She's going to be tall, too. Oh, she already is tall. What is she, 6 feet already?
Yeah.
She might be a little taller than Lexi Lawrence.
Yeah, which, important to mention, players like Lydia Risky, Lexi Lawrence, those are juniors. Those one will come back as the student managers will come up and get their medals here. Now assistant coaches who've worked with the JV and C squad teams. And now, big round of applause upcoming. Emily Venasic will come up and grab her runner-up medal, shake hands with, and give a little hug to Jana Engel. Great sportsmanship between those two. And now all the captains will step up holding hands, and they will get their section runner-up trophy. Not the one they wanted, but still an unbelievable result. And they'll now turn things over to Ada-Borup-West with a big cheer. And everybody will stay lined up as they bring out their individual medals. 25-23, 25-16, 20-25, and 25-19. Ada-Borup-West takes this one in 4 sets, just as they did in 4 sets against Sacred Heart on September 2nd, which feels like eons ago when you go through a season like this. As Ada-Borup-West gets their medals, they'll be heading down to the Grand Casino Arena.
And they've seen a lot of teams that they're going to played a lot of teams when they went down to that big tournament. It was in Burnsville, I believe it was. And they were very competitive, even though they lost in some of those matches. I remember seeing the scores, and it was like 25-23, 25-21, 20. Yeah, they were, and they split with some as well. But they're going to do, and they're playing. On the pregame show, you heard Coach Engel. She said to you that, and they're playing really, really good. I watched them on video early on in the season, and they look like a completely different team.
Yep.
And boy, they just have a couple of players that, are rightfully going to NDSU to play there.
Yep.
They're going to do very well there. And it's just, how do you compete with a 6'4" girl that can jump, 6'4", 6'5", that can jump, that is so smart and can do a little bit of everything. They just have so many smart, talented players, but again, their biggest hitters, they're all seniors.
Yeah.
And so the door is going to be wide open next year because Ada-Borup-West graduates about half their roster.
But half their roster and the rest of the roster get to celebrate the here and now. And they'll take a trophy and run out with the students. Watch out, you might get hit by a hot dog or a minion or someone out there. And the teams will now make their way to their respective benches. We'll see if we can get Coach Venasic here and now. And otherwise, we'll take a break and wait on it. Let's see what we can do here. And that was some kind of match. As the Sacred Heart Eagles and the seniors are going to get the big hugs from the family and the supporters who have gone to almost every match, as many as they possibly can. And one of the more loyal fan bases. Of course, all these school areas have fantastic support, but all throughout the area, it's fantastic. We'll send it now down to Chris Fee, who is with the head coach of the Sacred Heart Eagles, Coach Emily Venasic.
I am here with Coach Venasic, and Coach, what a outstanding match. Your girls, I mentioned this during the match, you were diving everywhere. The girls gave everything that they could.
They did. Ada played great. They are a good team. They're going to represent us well at state, and we can't hang our heads about the way we played. There were a few moments we let up a little bit, and they took advantage of that, and that's what happens, And we're young. That doesn't help sometimes in those situations. And overall, I think we played well. We didn't let up. We gave them a run, and that was what we wanted to do.
You came out, you couldn't have been any happier than how you started the match. Boy, that was a great start.
Yeah, it was. I wish we'd have kept that for the rest of the first, but they do that. I've seen that. I saw that when I was kind of studying them, getting ready for this game. They don't lay down. They're not gonna just let you keep scoring. So we had to really just try to stay focused, and it's just really hard when they get on a roll and, they have those big hitters that you can't do much to stop them, and we tried, everything we could, and we came up short.
You had that lead, and then they went on a big run, and then they regained the lead, but then you tied it up at 23, and that shows you a little something about the girls as well.
It does. They were here to fight, and they did. We could have let it go in 3 too, and we didn't. We hung on, and we hung in there even this last game. It felt like we were kind of playing catch up the whole time, but the score is 25-19. That's a fairly close game set. So I'm proud of the way they played. We'll just move forward.
In the third set, you talked about it a little bit already, but that just shows you the girls they kept on battling, and finally you got a few points to go your way.
Yeah, we did. We had to keep battling. They were moving their blockers around, kind of shutting our big hitters down. We had to look other places, and that's kind of the first-ish time we've had to do that this year, and the girls responded well. Our hitters kept swinging, which is what we asked them to do, and Stella Risky came up with some big hits. Bryn played well. Adley did well. Lydia and Lexi, it kind of goes without saying, they always play so aggressively, and they get kills, and they're our go-tos. So we had to find other ways, and we knew that, and we did that for the most part.
I thought it was Lexi Lawrence, from the matches I've seen this year, maybe one of her better defensive efforts. She was all over.
Yeah, she was. She plays great defense. That's something you don't always get in a tall kid, is good defense, but she does that. If she stays low, she reads well, and she can move, so she played well.
How about Bryn Stevens? And let's talk about Lydia Risky first. She just had another fantastic match, as she has done here all season long.
She did. She gets so frustrated with herself with her passing, but she's a great passer, and she plays good defense too. I mean, she moves she moves well, and she just keeps swinging. And I mean, it's really hard to stop her. And she'll hit, line, and then she switches to cross, and then she'll hit off the block, and then she makes a great defensive play in the back row. So, I mean, she's just all around such a great player, and, got a really good head on her shoulders, and she works hard for her team, and, that's all I can ask.
Staying in the Risky family here, Stella, she had a great match.
Yeah, Stella's young. She's learning. She's growing every day. She has become such a better blocker than she was at the beginning of the season, and I mean, she has good focus, and she's got good drive. She works hard, and she came up with some kills tonight, and she plays great.
She really has a lot of confidence. You can just see in the way she plays compared to earlier this season.
Yeah, she does. I think she feels like, I know what I'm doing now. I got this. And at times she needs reminders of certain things here and there, but I mean, for the most part, you tell her what to do, and she translates that right onto the court. So, I mean, can't ask for a more coachable athlete, really.
And then just the rest of the girls. Let's talk about your seniors. We don't want to forget about them. And, Izzy Swickla was a main cog for you, and she just had a solid match again tonight.
Yeah, our seniors are great, all of them. I mean, you can't ask for better leaders, really, through and through. I mean, I know nobody was at our practices this week, but, they brought it. The seniors and you talk about, practice players, right? And they don't get a lot of court time or any court time, but those kids came to practice, and they challenged our starting lineup like you wouldn't believe this week. And I told them that. I'm like, we wouldn't be as good as we are without those players. And, you can't have a team with 6 players. You need them to be able to play people in practice to get better. And I just can't say enough good things about those girls, because they came every day and they worked hard, and they had great attitudes. They led our team, and they're just fantastic people. Izzy, I just hugged her, so I got kind of sad. She is just such a great leader for us, and I'm gonna miss her. I've had her for a lot of years, and she's such a great kid, and she works so hard, and she had a tremendous postseason here. I mean, she really turned it on. You could tell, match to match, she didn't want to be done, and she fought with everything she had to keep playing, and we got here, which is amazing. So I'm super proud of all of the seniors. I wish them the best. They're going to do great things, and I know that. But we'll miss them. It's always hard.
This is by far the worst part of the job, the last match of the season. Whether it's at state or in the section championship, it stinks.
Yeah.
So you're saying goodbye to a great group of girls.
Yeah, saying goodbye to a great group of girls, but we talk about this too, but they have so many things in their lives that fulfill them. This is a small part of their life, and they get to move on to the play that they're in. I have a bunch of them that are in an upcoming play, and basketball season's right around the corner, and I mean, a lot of them are very involved in the church. They're, most of them are going to get confirmed here pretty soon. There's big things that are happening in their lives beyond this court, and that's what they have to remember in this moment, that, yep, this is great and awesome and so proud of you, and you played so great, but now we move on to the other things, and they're just as big. So, good job, and keep going. You have lots of things. Nobody loves you less. Nobody.
If anything, they love them more, just the way they represented the school and their families, and they left everything out here tonight.
They did. They played really well, and, it's disappointing. It's hard to lose. like I said, Ada's a great team. I wish them the best. I look forward to watching them at state. They're really going to compete down there, and I mean, we would have too. So, yeah, we'll just keep going.
The good news is you don't have to worry about stopping a 6'4", 6'5" hitter next year against Ada-Borup.
Thank goodness for that.
Ada-Borup-West was in the same situation you're in right now last year. They lost to Kitson County Central. What are you going to tell the girls as far as the ones that are returning? Because you have a great crew coming back. That's the good news. But what do you tell them on getting ready for next season?
Get in the gym, get in the weight room, start moving, keep moving, touch a ball, play other sports, enjoy your other sports, work hard. I want them to do that. I have softball players, I have basketball players, I have track people, I have a hockey player, they need to do that. This is a great sport and you're good at it. So we'll work on it in the summer, but right now, focus on your other sports, stay strong, stay fit, do those things and they'll be ready.
The improvement from your team from last year to this year has been pretty impressive.
Yeah, really, really remarkable. I mean, the kids grew a lot, matured in the game. Their volleyball IQs grew, which we always want and strive for, of course. And, they're great athletes and they're resilient and they play hard and they work hard and they love each other. And, they're each other's biggest fans, which we saw tonight. And I think, that's why this is a little, all the more bitter,
That's, and I think a lot of tears are being shed, not because, it's because the season's over, but now hanging out with the girls, they're friends, it looks like, and it's a family.
Yeah, family, and that's the hard part is we don't have those moments anymore. I mean, they can still have that time, but we don't have those special times in the gym anymore, and those tournaments and those bus rides and all the things that they get to do each year. So that's the sad part. But they still love each other and they're still friends and they still go to the same school. So I think they'll be good.
They'll make it. Yeah,
I think they'll be fine.
Coach, congratulations on an outstanding season. 2 losses and you just happened. You're one of the top teams in the state. It just happened to be there's another team in the section that is also a pretty darn good team in the state.
Yeah, great matchup tonight. Wish we could have pushed a little harder, but it is what it is. It wasn't our night, and proud of my girls always, and they're great. They're great people.
I don't think they could have left anything more out here tonight.
I don't think so. And they should be very proud of what they did. So that's what we wanted. We wanted to come in and give a fight. We wanted to win, of course, but if we weren't going to win, we wanted to fight, and we did that.
You did that, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm sure the girls are going to be sore and they're going to get a good night's sleep tonight, I think.
I think so. I mean, the pressure too. It's like. The stress is gone. It's not the way we wanted. They'll be sad, but that pressure's gone. So hopefully they rest well.
One last question. Talk about your crowd and how good it was.
Our support from Sacred Heart is absolutely amazing. I mean, the messages I got today, the Facebook stuff, the people that came on Halloween to watch us play when they gave up trick-or-treating with their kids and things like that. I mean, I just can't ask for more than from our Sacred Heart family, and the girls could feel their presence here tonight too. So
that meant a lot to them too.
I think it did, yeah.
Coach, congratulations on an amazing season. It was so much fun, and we can't wait till next fall when you start it all over again. But hopefully it'll be a great off season for you and all the student athletes as well. And congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate the coverage all year, and I mean, you did several of our games this year, and it just means a lot to us too that you guys come out and cover us. So thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy the off season.
Thank you so much.
Back to you, Gabe.
Chris, thank you very much. That was Coach Venasic here on our Riverview Health post-game show. We very much appreciate that. Some stats and a quick look at the Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update for you. Wrap things up for you here tonight. Leading the way for Ada-Borup-West in kills was Milena Severson. She had 28 kills. Also led the way at 2 blocks for the Cougars. Behind her was Morgan Engel. She had 13. 2 aces. That was done by Macy Thornton, and she probably could have had upwards of 5 or 6. Her service game was on fire tonight. Diggs was led by Avery Johnson, and assists was back and forth between Severson and Engel. For the Sacred Heart Eagles, Lydia Risky led the way in kills with 19, also led the way in aces. She had 3 of them. 17 kills for Lexi Lawrence. Didn't seem like she was fully healthy in the second half of that match, but she gutted through it and played her heart out tonight. 7 kills for Stella Risky, 6 kills for Bryn Stevens. So a good show for both of them as well. Digs were led by Izzy Swickla, assists led by Finley Horkin. On our Draft Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard update, we can let you know that UMC fell in volleyball 3-0 to Augustana. UMC women's soccer also lost 2-0 against Minot State. On the air tomorrow after Coach's Corner, we'll have Go for Football as they take on the Michigan State Spartans, looking to, even though it doesn't mean much anymore, become bowl eligible and get to 6-3 on the season. Maybe they'll find themselves in the Pop-Tart Bowl. I don't know. That's 12:30 pregame, 2:30 will be the kickoff there. And then we'll have Go for Hockey on the air during the evening as they will take on the Wisconsin Badgers. That'll start at 6. And if you're interested in the World Series, it's Game 6 right now. It's in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Dodgers have a 3-1 lead trying to force a Game 7. The Blue Jays have the tying run on first base right now. And they're trying to chase Yoshinobu Yamamoto out of the game. And that should about wrap it up for us. Our next local sports coverage will be on Thursdays. We cover Fertile Bell Trammy football, maybe Kinston County Central. We'll see where the seating lands tomorrow night, and we'll let you know as soon as we're able. But that should wrap things up for me. I'm Gabe Bishop signing off. Thank you so much for following us in our volleyball coverage throughout the year, and we're bringing it back to you again in the fall. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. We thank all of our sponsors. It's been an absolute blast, and we're ready to roll into next year. So long, happy Halloween, and stay safe.